Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane.
Hello. Welcome back to Life of My Wife and Crafting with Dorothy and Kelly.
Hello.
So, we did have a request to show you how we make the springs in these cards that we showed you last week. So, today's the tutorial. So it's called a shaped spring card. You can make it any shape you want. So last week I did this shape. I've also done the oval. Today Dorothy is going to do a square, and I am going to do circles. So whatever shape you choose, you need 2 of your largest size. You don't even have to have dies for this, because you can just cut squares if you want to with a ruler and scissors. So you need 2 of your largest size that you want. Then you need 1 pattern paper for the top of the large, the medium size in your matte layer, then your pattern paper, which will be just a tad smaller than the matte, the next size down with the matte, and then your layer for the matte for that one slightly smaller as well. On one of your largest plain paper, I call them the card blank itself, you're going to, now I had Dorothy score this for me, so she scored it at 1.5.
Actually, I scored it at 3.
Oh, she scored it this way. So but anyways.
You got the idea.
I scored it like this. You're just needing for the stand like this. That's all you're needing. Would you mind making us this too?
Yeah, I can do it.
We forgot to make our stopper piece. So
I actually don't need one, because I have found they sit fine.
Well, we'll wait on that one.
Depends how much weight we put on the front, I think.
Oh, you know what? I will need one because I have a brad.
Yep.
So, all right. So, then for your springs,
I never thought I'd make a spring out of paper. That just doesn't seem possible.
It is.
Here we are.
2.5 by 1. Along the 2.5, you're scoring at 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1, 1.5, 1 3/4, and 2. As many springs as you want. I have 6 here. Not sure if I'm going to use them all.
Okay. So, then from the center, oh, can I butt in?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So from the center, we're going to fold an in, and then you fold it out, and then you fold it in from the center flat part. And then when you put it together, you have a spring. And you'll glue this piece to this piece.
So then it looks like this. Absolutely. Dorothy can jump in at any time, can't she? All right.
I just saw it seeing as I was sitting here doing it.
Absolutely. So we're just going to glue the 2 ends. And you don't necessarily want to burnish it till it's flat.
No, you want it to leave
because
it
you want
springy.
it to be springy.
So the finger presses are enough.
Yeah. 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1/2, 1 3/4, and 2.
And we just used the excess paper from the pad we were
Clearly, because see, I'm missing a little chunk here.
using. Yeah.
But you just need your scraps. They don't show anyway.
Yeah. They're such a fun thing to put together. Just, whenever I think of a spring, I do not think of paper. Paper
No.
does not come to mind.
Exactly.
I'll need 5 of them. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't. Those scraps are not going to be used for anything anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. While Kelly's doing that part, I'm going to show you this part. I scored it about 2/3, 3/4 of the way down, and I've got just a little bend in it. And then I am going to glue it face to face with the top card. And Kelly will be doing the same in a minute.
Yeah, go ahead with showing what's going on.
So you want to make sure you're not gluing in that bottom part, because that's your easel. Lining them up is always so exciting. Oh, I think I got it. There we go.
I glue that one, I glue that one. All right. You can go ahead and continue.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
There's sponge tape
This
for
is
her whenever you
my
want to
back
use sponge.
piece. My back piece is not going to be raised.
No, you can just whenever you do want to, you can. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Any of the layers can be raised. It's whatever you choose.
Okay.
And the only reason I chose this paper pad, which we can show our paper pads that we've chosen, was because it's a paper pad that I don't have, but Dorothy has. So I wanted to play with the papers.
I bought a few over today for a change. Alright. So that's that one. So that's my first layer. And I glued it directly on because that's what I did.
Yeah, you don't have to put the
And-
sponge tape if you don't want.
And then I'm going to put this layer together.
Like if you see, I have my mats and layers flat, but I have my different layers with the springs inside.
Yeah, I'm about to show the springs.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my second layer. And before I put it on there, I'm going to glue on these little buddies. Our little springs.
Okay. Now,
They are so cool. They work so effectively. And I'm using 2 because this is a fairly large layer. And then I just line it up. And squish it on. There we go. So now I have my first layer on. And I was going to get fancy.
I've got my... Okay, so because I'm doing round, you can see it's going to wobble. So how we're going to fix that is we're just going to take a sliver off of the bottom. Just like that. Now it sits flat. I love this shape because it's elegant looking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I've added a little bit extra on that layer.
That's gorgeous.
Because I can. And I'm going to go for the top layer.
So we're not doing a lot of embellishing on our cards because we're building our stockpile. And so because of that, we don't know who's going to get the cards or
what they'll
be for. So
yeah.
A sentiment or whatever can be added when you need it.
And so now I'm going to add a couple more little doodads here. So I've just done one side because I'm trying to decide which way I think is up. I think that's it. And then line it all up best you can. And squish it on. And there we go. And I'm going to add a couple more little embellishments. Because I can. Probably right there. Maybe that one will go there.
Squish that on.
And that one could go.
I'm probably only going to need one in here, so.
What do you think?
Oh, I love it.
Think that's the right placement?
Yeah, I love it.
And I'm going to glue. Being careful to only put glue where I think I'm gluing, so. And there we go.
Oh, I love it. Yep, you're showing it. So there's my circle.
Oh yes, and there we go.
I'll see if I need a stopper or not once I...
Sure.
So I've decided I fussy cut this out of a sheet of paper. I have this fun brad I'm going to put in the center. I just poked my finger.
Ow.
That.
So for mine, I used 3 different sheets of paper
Yeah,
to make.
I did too. I just didn't use pattern paper because I wanted to put something like this and I didn't need that many patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see what I want to do. I think it's high enough so I don't really need,
Yeah, it's definitely popping.
so I don't need to put the 3D tape.
Okay, where is your fold on your other page? Okay.
I have my slit right there because of the,
Okay.
I had to take a little piece off to get it
See,
to lay flat.
I would have put it on sideways or something. You know?
Well, this flower really can go anyway. It doesn't have to go a certain way. My glue needs to dry before I stand
Yeah,
it
it's
up.
heavy. I'm really tickled with that.
I am too. I love that. Those papers are really pretty.
I just love the bees. I thought they were so cute.
The bee's knees.
Although I have ants in my house and I'm very unhappy about that.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so there's that. I think I'm just going to add.
Yeah, you could certainly add some dimension there.
Why not? It's only a butterfly. Go like this. And then we'll go like this. There we go. So that is the shaped spring card.
Woohoo!
And
And look at how cute they can be.
you can do them any
And
shape
this
you
is
want.
very simple.
Yeah.
You didn't need to have a shape cutter because you could cut that out yourself.
Oh, squares, yeah. Just
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be right back. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's show us the final results again. I love the paper pad you chose. Because this is kind of out of my comfort zone, but I wanted to play with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because you know I usually like that, like more dainty.
Mm.
So, all right. Anyways, so Dorothy and I have been talking, and I haven't been able to offer to purchase our Canadian candy boxes because of the heat. It just
You'd end up with melted
chocolate. Yeah. So we're thinking, and let us know in the comments if you're interested, if we were to make a box set of greeting cards, say a 6-pack or a 12-pack, and mixed, so we'd have some children's, some ladies, some men's, a mixed box of greeting cards. And if you're interested in purchasing that, let us know in the comments. We'll figure out if enough people are wanting that, and then we'll come up with a price. We aren't going to be going outrageously pricey. Like, I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe like $9 or $10 for half dozen. That's just over $1 a card. That's nothing.
You can't get it for less.
No, right? And I'm just thinking covering the costs of our paper.
Yeah.
So we'll figure the prices out. Let us know if you're interested. Anyway, thanks for joining us for another Crafting with Kelly and Dorothy. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.